Hey everybody, welcome back to another Brothers in Arsenal. Ben and Dan here. Just a quick video tonight, just to discuss the news that came out this morning. At 6 in the morning, woke up, I saw the news, and I was like, I was just so like, I didn't know how to feel exactly. But Thomas Frank has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur. Um, yeah, I'll let you go first. I'm gonna give you my thoughts. What are your thoughts on this, Daniel?
Well, first, start the chants off. How does it go?
Arsenal fans on a
And
bend.
then Thomas Frank, he is a silver member. He is upgraded now to gold member. Um,
You're catching
yeah,
sidelines.
he was undercover. Oh, I don't know if you can hear me. Did you hear me?
Yeah. You said he's undercover. Says my internet's being weird though.
Yeah. It was a full on undercover stitch up job.
Yeah.
Um, he was there just to mess around, screw up, and
So yeah, you say
and get them relegated, get them in a bad position. And I will say also, uh,
I gotta pull up the tweet I want to talk about.
yeah, actually, never mind. Uh, I have a quote about it, but you can say
It might be
something.
the same thing I have, but yeah. So basically, wait, I thought I liked
He
it.
was just glazing Arsenal the whole time he was,
Oh yeah,
and then the players were just getting fed up with it. So
yeah. Apparently, after the Arsenal game,
after like all the games, he's just talking
well,
about how good we are.
yeah, it might be some of the games. But this report specifically said after the Arsenal game, after we slapped them up, was it 4-1, 3-1? I forget exactly. I think it was 4-1, right? He basically just went in the locker room and was just basically saying Arsenal's the standard, just really talking highly of us. And apparently a lot of the players got really annoyed with him. So yeah, that happened. I also saw a
Get
report
good.
saying that he really dug into the players, saying that their performances, whatever, have been horrible, professionalism horrible. And then the very next day, their captain Romero turned up late to practice. So it just seemed like there was a divide between the players and Thomas Frank. I feel bad for him. I mean, he's a fantastic manager. You saw what he did at Brentford over the 7 years he was there, right? He got him playing really good football. He got him competing, competing for European places, right? Like he's an excellent manager, and I kind of hope there's
Yeah, but Ben,
yeah,
look at how Brentford are doing now without him, with their
true.
uh, what was he? Defensive set piece coach, or was it
Is it still that guy?
Keith Andrews?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing. I think it's still
Um,
him. He's doing a good job.
That's a great point. I mean, Brentford is just a really well-run club. They know how to appoint, they know how to recruit. That's why we've seen them around the last, what, 5, 7 years. They've been around in the Premier League, like, a consistent Premier League team, mid-table, fighting for European places under Thomas Frank, like we said. And even right now, they're in fifth or sixth, fighting for Europa.
Seven or
Yeah, right there and thereabouts. So they're just a really well-run club and really. I mean, it's surprised that their replacement
uh,
came in and did a good job. But um,
speaking of one of the players or the players not wanting him there and stuff like that, I've just seen a tweet. It says, I actually think it was one of the players that set him up with the cup now. Maybe a staff member, but I can see it being a player.
That's I try to stitch him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's referencing the Thomas Frank when he's holding the little Arsenal water cup. He didn't know. He came out and said he's like, I didn't know if I do, I wouldn't have been holding that. But like, it just seems like, I mean, even before he went to Tottenham, yeah, when he was at Brentford, he was always talking very highly of Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. So like, I'm not saying he's a fan, but he definitely, respects Arsenal as a club. So I'm sure that rubbed a lot of the people over at Spurs the wrong way. Daniel, where does Spurs go from here? Because they are currently sitting in 17th place, 3 points off 18th, right? Or something like that. I have to double check the table. I believe that's the situation though. And they they're in a relegation battle. They're in serious trouble. I mean, if they kept Thomas Frank, odds are they probably would have sunk into that relegation battle for sure, just based on form, how they've been playing. Now they have to go find a new. Here's the new situation. They got to bring in either an interim manager who's going to steady the ship.
I think it'll be like Ryan Mason again or something.
I
But
don't think that's good enough. Do this.
no,
Here's
to
the thing.
study the
Got to
shit.
call. They got to call Redknapp. They got to call Big Sam.
Interim, I'm saying Ryan Mason.
Oh well, yeah, interim until they find somebody to.
Yeah, they're probably gonna like just stick him
Yeah,
up there.
he'll probably but like the problem is do they have to go get one of those older guys that are well known for keeping
I
clean?
know an older guy,
However,
and I'm actually glad you mentioned that.
yeah. However, my thought
Just
is though, those guys have been out of the managerial game for. I mean, I haven't seen those guys around for what 6, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years.
6, 7 years,
A
yeah.
while. It's been a while. So Well, those
But
guys
you know who is old and
create that type of performance from the team. I don't know. Let's get your point.
you know who is old and is actually a free agent currently? Ange Postecoglou. And who
What's the
won
free agent right now?
Spurs? Who won Spurs their first trophy in however long? Ange
Oh,
Postecoglou.
oh, for some reason in my head I heard Pochettino. Yeah, Postecoglou. Yeah, that's not going to happen, Daniel. I saw that the overlap today. Saw the news about him or about Frank being sacked, and they called Ange up and got him on the overlap or something like that. Or he was scheduled. He was scheduled, or maybe he was scheduled to record and it wasn't supposed to go out for a while, but like since his news broke out, they recorded it and we're like, we're gonna get this out ASAP. So that's gonna be an interesting interview between the overlap and Ange Postecoglou. But yeah, so they're gonna have to find an interim. They're gonna have to find the guy to steady the ship. Is it gonna be one of those older guys like Sam Allardyce or Harry Redknapp to kind of come in and steady it, try to keep him up? Which I don't know, we haven't seen that really type of manager in a while where it's oh my God, we got to figure this out. So I don't know how well those guys are doing the job. Do they go in and appoint somebody? Now I've seen reports saying Deserby, right, who just left Marseille, which we were talking about earlier this morning.
Man, that would be annoying.
Ethan Wanieri went there for his loan spell. Do they bring in Deserby? I don't know. He fits their playing style, like the they're typically well known for like fun attacking playing style. Defense not so great. They brought in Thomas Frank, who's more defense, less offense. But do they hold out for Pochettino, which is another big report I'm seeing? Obviously, he's got the U.S. men's national team job right now. He's gonna lead us in the World Cup. Personally, I'm not too thrilled with how the U.S. men's national team's been going under Pochettino. So I don't know. Anyways, let's hear your thoughts.
About that theory.
Just about Spurs. I mean, could
Where
we
do they go? I don't know. They
I know
just
we
need.
don't care, but like potentially we could be looking at, like we talked about in the last video, Arsenal winning the league, Spurs being relegated. Um, I mean, that would just be amazing. So do you think they can do it? Do you think they can find the right man to lead them? I mean, they still have like a very good chance they'll be safe, but there's still a chance they could get relegated.
I don't know. They just need to find a manager, just someone that can come in and just do the job and just have them playing just a brand of football that works for them.
Yeah. Now, are you concerned at all about their next game being the North London
Oh,
against
oh,
Arsenal?
I
Because
am
that's
annoyed.
kind of my next point.
No,
That's
I
why
was
we're
gonna.
talking about this right now because there's that manager bounce that happens.
Yeah, that is the thing I'm annoyed about. I wish he hadn't gotten sacked until after we played them, but that's really annoying.
Yeah, yeah.
So other than that,
Are you worried about that? Because personally, I'm not worried. I really am not.
I'm not worried, but it's
Zero bounce.
annoying. I wanted to play a Thomas Frank Spurs team one more time just because they
Yeah.
haven't been good. So
I know. I'm with you, but yeah, I mean, I'm not
maybe
worried.
another as a hat trick. Who knows?
Yeah,
Could have been, but now we gotta play with a new manager, and then there's gonna be a storyline about that. So
yeah. So it's that unknown factor with a new manager coming in that's slightly concerning, but just based on how Arsenal have been performing this year, I'm not overly concerned. I think that we still go do the job, get the job done. It's definitely changed the perspective of the game. It's going to be a lot more challenging because all those players are going to have to play for this new manager, whether it's an interim or a hire. So yeah, that is the slight concern. That's why we're talking about this, right? We're not Spurs fans. We actually absolutely hate them. They're very annoying. Except for my friend Alex, he's cool. The rest of the Spurs fans, super annoying though.
and Patrick too.
Patrick,
Yeah,
who's
well,
Patrick?
you played soccer with him probably before.
Oh wait, yeah, Patrick. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, okay.
He's cool too.
Yeah, he's cool too. Yeah, but that's the concern. We got Spurs coming up in 12 days, and they're gonna have a new manager. Players gonna be firing, ready to play for that new manager, or just playing for fun for once, right? Because when you see a manager go and there was that disconnect between them, you see it with Carrick and Amarim, right? Amarim got sacked, right? And all the players is kind of a bad environment. Carrick comes in, light, fun, happy, attacking, right? Good style of football. So that is the concern, of course. But before we wrap up the video, I do want to just bring up a quick, I don't want to say exclusive, but very recently, David Ornstein. Obviously, we know him. He's a Arsenal, not an Arsenal reporter, but he's got a good relationship with Arsenal. He's a reporter. Basically, came out. Kai Havertz set for spell on the sidelines with muscular injury. Problem expected to keep 26-year-old Arsenal forward out of games against Brentford, Tottenham, but hoped not be serious issue for the German international. So That is very frustrating. We just got this guy back. He's been firing. He's been kind of keeping the team the glue like the last few games. He's been phenomenal. So Daniel, how does this affect us for the Brentford game?
Wah wah. That sucks.
I know, it really sucks.
Uh, another injury, another player that just is getting prolonged sideline further and more and comes back and sideline.
Yeah.
How does this affect the Brentford game? Um, well, we were discussing that we thought he would potentially start.
Yep.
So instead, I would say have as a start.
Yep.
And
Absolutely. I mean, it's really just Essex. Odegaard's still out injured. Nwaneri's on loan. I
I'm
mean,
just trying to think if that would.
you could bring in Norgard, but then that's going to be very, very rigid midfield. Zubimendi, Rice, and Norgard. I mean, that doesn't bode well for linking up the attack. I feel like obviously no disrespect to Rice or Zubimendi, they've been phenomenal for us. They score goals for us, and they put in a lot of good crosses. But you need that attacking minded player specifically to kind of keep it ticking in the final third.
Yeah, but like our season's been going so far this season, it's the depth that's kept us above our competitors
Hmm.
and in a good place. So I'm betting on Eza to come on and step up.
Yeah.
Same with all the other players that are stepping up right now. So
Now, are you at all disappointed? Because we really didn't go into the January transfer. We kind of expected not to sign anyone. Obviously, Arsenal didn't know Odegaard was going to get injured. Obviously, they didn't know Kai Havertz was going to get injured. Um, are you disappointed at all that we did not bring somebody in since we let Nwaneri go on loan? I mean, what do you think?
no, because we we already have a good squad. There's no point. I don't know. Like we didn't need anyone. Yeah,
I
we
know we
we
didn't need anyone, but you do see a lot of these teams fighting for the title. You look at City, you look at Liverpool over the years. In January, they usually make one, two little signings, right? Just to kind of freshen it up a little bit, make sure everybody's on their toes, right? Kind of scare the opponents a little bit, right? Like like last year they brought in Marmoush, right? City. Obviously they didn't win the title, but they brought him in, right? They weren't quite competing with Liverpool and us, but they were still there and thereabouts. Like you see that, and it gives a little boost to the fans, gives a little boost to the locker room, keeps players on their toes. Personally, we weren't expecting any signings, but with Nwaneri leaving, you left us a little light in the midfield. Obviously, before injuries, we didn't know about those. Could have helped to bring somebody in, right? I don't know. And then obviously with the De Zerbi, leaving Marseille, slightly disappointing, concerning for Ethan's development over there because we were, it's Arteta called De Zerbi, right? They spoke on the phone and they had clear goals and plans for Nwaneri and his development over at Marseille this half of the season. So I don't know, a little disappointing, a little concerning, but it is what it is. Like you said, it's all been about squad depth this season. We've seen it time and time again, injury after injury, and we just continue chugging. So, not too concerned from my end. It sounds like not from your end either.
no.
No? Okay. All right. Let's see. Do you got Arsenal question of the day or question of the day?
Who are the top three? No, top five. Who are the top five that have the most assists for Arsenal
Um,
in history?
in history? Thierry Henry, Ozil, Cesc Fabregas. Thierry Henry, Ozil, Cesc Fabregas. Bergkamp.
Oh, Thierry Henry, Ozil, Cesc Fabregas, Bergkamp.
Thierry Henry, Ozil, Cesc Fabregas. Thierry Henry, Ozil, Cesc Fabregas, Bergkamp. So I got one more. Thierry Henry, Ozil, Bergkamp, Cesc Fabregas, and
Let me just verify my answer because I think
um, I don't know why. For some reason, I want to go with Ramsey. But I could be wrong, so I'm gonna pop Ramsey in there too. Did I get all five? You look like you're shocked at me.
no, it's not Ramsey. I wish it was.
All right, what is it? Was I close? Did I get
Ramsey probably has more goals than he does assists. So.
maybe? I don't know, but I had to get those at least four.
Well, you got four. So
Yeah,
can you give me an order that you think it goes in?
it goes Henri, Ozil, Fabregas, and then or no, yeah, and then Bergkamp. That's my guess.
No, it's actually Bergkamp 94, Henry 74, Cesc 70, Ozil 54.
Really? Oh wow, I was way off there with Brick.
And
That's bad knowledge. Bad
number
knowledge.
5 is actually a current squad member. So,
Really?
mhm.
Saka?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. I know he had that good left back who's crossing in a lot back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that was a good one. That was a tough one. I'm a little embarrassed about that Burkamp. I kind of threw him. I kind of disrespected him there. I'm sorry, Burkamp.
You threw Ozil, of course, high up
I
there,
just love
and
Ozil.
then you put Bergkamp all the way.
Yeah, well, I just love Ozil, and I know Cesc was, he was fired as well back in the day. Burkamp obviously scored quite a few goals. I didn't realize he had so many assists. And then Henry, I knew was he's got the assist record. So, or is he tied with De Bruyne now for the Premier League? I think he's tied. But anyways, yeah,
Well, Fernandez, he could. Fernandes could break it.
hate that guy.
What'd you say?
So I hope not. I hate that guy. But anyway, we
He's
gotta
a
wrap
good player though. He's really good.
good. But we gotta wrap this up. As always, leave your comments down below.
No
Let us know what you think
question
about
for
the
me.
I don't have one for you today. I'm sorry. Let us know what you think about the Kai Havertz injury. Let us know what you think about Thomas Frank and Spurs coming up in 12 days, 11 days, North London Derby. How do you think that bodes for us? Are you concerned? Are you whatever it is, what it is?
Oh, I
They're
didn't check.
beaters. We don't care about them. But like, subscribe, share the video with your friends. Hit that hype button if it exists. And as always, this has been another Brothers in Arsenal, and we'll see you guys in the next video.